Me, me, me. Hey everybody, welcome to Nerds Templar. I'm Randy. This is the Pokemon Trading Card Game Collection Series, episode 60. And it is the day for, well, basically the last things we have left to open right now, at the moment. We're going to start off with the Quaquaval EX deck. Nothing too crazy. I mean, maybe some cool cards in there, but other than that, nothing too crazy. And then, of course, the main event, as the description title says, the Zapdos EX Scarlet Violet 151 collection. 4 packs in there. Of course, also the Zapdos EX and the Electabuzz. So those will be in a moment. Be chatting about different things for sale on TCGPlayer. In fact, I also bring up my shop here real quick. I wish there was an easy way. Don't really know how to quickly get to my shop. If I wanted to, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do. I do know. I look up something here and then go to find a seller and type my name in. You know what? I'm going to show you how to do this in case you want to know for your own reference. In case you don't know about TCGPlayer.com, this is also, I guess, how to, shop for specific sellers. So if you take a look here, I really don't know. There's probably maybe a better way to begin. Maybe you just even hit the search without anything in there. That's a way to just search everything, like everything. And then right here, find a seller. Bam, hit that. There you go. Enter a seller's name. Mine is Nerds Templar without a space, because that's what they told me I had to do. So then Nerds Templar, and then we search for that, and it should be there, right there. First one, only one. I didn't put that in. I don't think it tells you what listings I have just based on my products. Pokemon then is listed first, and then Lorcana. We also have Star Wars Spark of Rebellion, Star Wars Unlimited, just Spark of Rebellion, because that's all that's out right now. But anyway, that is that. We'll check that stuff out at the end of the stream. Using my different game mat this time. I've had it just as long as the Scarlet Violet 151. I just realized I haven't been using it on stream though, or whatever to open stuff. So anyway, before we get into opening those things, and then after that, talking about things we have for sale, which you can see here behind me is our background. Unfortunately, you know what? Sorry, I forgot something. Move this out of the way. This is for sale. These are not for sale, but I did say I would have these. My running list of top 10 cards. Not quite up to date, but getting there. Should be a little more up to date than this. I just did some more videos going through getting timestamps in. I just did the, oh, you know what? It just made me think of something too, something else. Oops. It's okay, no worries there. Remove this Pokeball and put it back here for now. I was just doing the video, the long Tuesday stream we had after one of the tournaments, the Twilight Masquerade. It's in fact the video entitled, I think it's episode 42 maybe, entitled Twilight Masquerade, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. Oh, that's 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, okay. And now we have, and the one after, the next one in the stack here that I got is Charizard. So those will come. Obviously, that is the number one. But yeah, I just did that, and I think these packs here, were from that video. Code cards from these Twilight Masquerade packs. It was so early that you couldn't use these yet on TCG or on trading card game online. So that's maybe why they were never taken. Also, probably a video that didn't get as many hits, but I did open a ton of packs, show a bunch of play Pokemon stuff, and I would recommend now going back and watching that now that I have timestamps for all the 12 boosters I think we did or something crazy like that day. It's supposed to be a short stream. So first, anyway, before we get into anything else, I am going to open this thing, a new thing we have. Obviously, they're from Walmart online. What could it be? With Walmart, you kind of never know. Several different things that I kind of have my eye on. I'm not like overly concerned about any of them really, I don't think. Except maybe things that match the Jolteon tin that I have up there that I just got from Walmart. Could get that on TCGPlayer as well, though. Those are still, the Flareon and Vaporeon to match those are still available easily to purchase. I also already have, technically, I guess, the Espeon and Umbreon that match those. And I just need the Sylveon, which I could also find on TCGPlayer. Anyway, actually, that is also on Pokemon Center still. Another piece of packaging here. And there it is. Another Jolteon tin. I do like Jolteon. I probably wouldn't say that it's my favorite evolution. It's definitely up there. As you can see, that's a Jolteon GX. This is well, yeah, 2019 copyright. That's actually pretty recent still. But I guess it's the end of Sun and Moon, probably. Very end of Sun and Moon. And yeah, I just keep getting the Jolteons because I think they're the ones selling out the fastest. I'll probably get Vaporeons next, and then Flareons last. But I think, I don't know, Vaporeon might be my favorite. It changes, you know, if I'm in a different mood, then it'll be Flareon. If I'm in a different mood, it'll be Jolteon, I suppose. But I think most of the time it is Umbreon and Vaporeon. Espeon's pretty cool too. Like I said, Flareon's pretty cool. Jolteon's probably almost maybe even 5th. But I still like Jolteon. I still like Leafeon and Glaceon. Sylveon's cool too, but hey, it's too new. I never used it at all ever. I barely ever used, I should say, Glaceon and Leafeon, but I played Gen 4, and that was like the last thing I played as a kid. Anyway, this will be some point later in the future. It won't be for a bit, maybe. This might not get opened until we have the Vaporeon and Flareon to match it, and by then we might also have to open first the newer ones of Vaporeon and Flareon to match the Jolteon we already opened up there. So this will sit back here for now. Because what we have is this for today, and this is Friday, and then Monday or Tuesday we'll be back for our early small stream, and I will be doing stuff that's basically another recap of Comic Book Shop Tournament. It'll be a smaller one, but I'll still probably end up, I don't know, maybe 4 prize packs, come back with 4 prize packs, and maybe something else bought just, you know, because I'm at the shop. We'll see. And then the following Friday, next Friday, is going to be our Elite Trainer Box end of the month ETB opening, which is what this thing is here, which I'm not going to open right now. I might just wait. We'll probably open that Tuesday, maybe at the end of Tuesday's stream, and then I'll have it ready for Friday, but you'll have to stick around for the end of the first stream of the week to see. And then we'll have that ETB to open, and then the next ETB at the end of the middle of the month, but like the end of the month for my collection series, end of month 6. So it'll be the half an anniversary, first anniversary. we will do the Shrouded Fable, which will be, I guess it won't be like super new. It'll be like a couple weeks old, but still like super new. And then, in fact, the next month after that, the next ETB will be the other new one, Stellar Crown, and that will be like exactly when it comes out, probably. So that'll be nice. Anyway, after the ETB, the next Elite Trainer Box stream, the following Tuesday, again, all we will have left is the Jolteon, and we will also have left, starting the new month of month 6, right? I keep forgetting. Yeah, starting the new month of month 6 and going through, I believe we're going to open the big 14-pack heavy hitters thing, and we're going to work our way through that every Tuesday. What I'm going to do, it's 14 packs. It's Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, and there's an extra 1 pack of, I think, Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance. So whatever that comes to, 3 of the others and 4 of those. I think I might hold back 1 of those 2 and make it 3 of all of them. And we'll open, I don't know, maybe we can open 1 type every time, or we'll do, I don't know what exactly we'll do. We'll figure that out. But the 2 I hold back, 1 Brilliant Stars and 1 Astral Radiance, will go, unless we get nothing good at all and I feel like I need to open those 2. Those will go at some point to my nephews. I'll probably end up having to hold on to them for a bit, but I'll end up giving them at some point to my nephews to open. Anywho, so that's the plan. That's all I have to say for now. Zapdos EX will come. But let's just check this Quaquaval out real quick. It's not as viable as Meowscarada. That's something that people actually play, so most of the cards in there, or I'd imagine at least the big cards, are the ones you need. The Meowscaradas, the Meowscarada EX, all the evolutions leading up to it, obviously. And also the Radiant Alakazam. And now I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure that one is actually a holo one. Because a lot of the time, all the other rare cards you're going to get in here that would be holo rares are not going to be holo. All the like trainers and other Pokemon, but probably like that. But these are the normal type. So that is a normal Radiant Greninja there. 2 Quaquaval EX. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hey, you know, whatever. Of course, same as always, the damage counters. Awesome. Oh, that is an awesome coin there. That was my first starter in Violet, but in Scarlet, the Scarlet playthrough we're doing, which I haven't done in a bit on stream, we started with, what did we start with? Coco, right? Yeah. Yeah, the roll thing, or the guide for the decks. I thought there was rolls, maybe not. Got your game mat. The game mat has most of the rolls you would need for a deluxe battle deck, probably. Maybe just the $10 ones come with like a little roll guide. Sorry, one moment. Clean all this up, snag this. Okay, didn't want to take the thing. I wouldn't be doing that right now, except I flashed it several times there on stream. And then, of course, the deck itself. We just put all these things back in here. Not necessarily a huge fan of the packaging because everything pretty much just ends up falling out when you open it. But It's not too bad there. You can see stuff kind of almost all fits in there, and the deck would go right in here. Not too bad. Don't need that. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to take the 151 playmat next week, or I mean, this Sunday to play. Because why not? I guess the way they do it, I'll end up getting some prize packs and some of the newest packs also. So we'll probably end up with some more Twilight Masquerade to check out. Who knows? We could get like a Greninja EX or something. Okay, oh, sorry. My all the cards. Not going to watch all the cards going. There we go. All right. Again, these decks are nice because they're all in order. Got all the water energy there. And I am considering sleeving up a bunch of these. I'm going to start rearranging all my decks, get some deck boxes going full of decks. Excuse me, especially when I open soon-ish the Illumineers Trove for Disney Lorcana, my first one for the new one, Ursula's Return. There's Quaxleys. Once I do that, I'll have that to use for all my Lorcana decks is the plan. Put all those in there, and that'll free up a box and some space and a binder, both for me. Nest Balls, Quaquaval, Frigibax. This is, I guess, the other part. I think it's even on the back there. Pretty much shows you all the Pokemon, I guess, on the back. You can read the card list, of course. It has all the cards there, but I think all the Pokemon are imaged there. Frigibaxes, Baxies, Professor's Researches, which again would be normally hollow but aren't because they're just, the mass produced for the decks here. Ultra Balls, Baxcaliburs, of course, you need those. You need your Octobaxies. You want the Baxcaliburs, I think, is what you're going for there. The Super Cold, as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, which is big, of course. You want, And Quaquaval, exciting dance, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench, okay, and your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon, and Spiral Shot, put 2 energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if he could be paired with like the Chien Pao, because like the Chien Pao is a $10 deck, and some of these cards, I don't know, could be used there if you needed them. Indeedee, 2 Indeedees. Expert Nurture, search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. Well, that's kind of cool. Kind of works as a TM Evolution, but built into the Indeedee. That also has Hypnoblast to put stuff asleep to also, I guess, kind of retreat and reset yourself. Jocks, 2 Jocks, 2 Youngsters, 2 energy retrievals, 2 energy searches, 2 rare candies. That's kind of a nice little lineup there. I kind of like that. Get all these decks ready, get the kids. I think I might teach the older girls how to play Pokemon, especially the oldest of my sister's kids. The boys are the ones with the cards, but I think if I teach her and she kind of gets into it enough, then she'll be able to help the older of the boys who's old enough to understand to play, and maybe even the other girl that's between their ages. And then all 3 of them will learn, and then the 2 older girls who have the Disney Lorcana will kind of start getting the hang of card games more, and that I think they'll understand that better. Bruxish, Vivid Charge. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand. Whoa, nice. That's definitely cool. I think that's actually used too in the Chien Pao, perhaps, or whatever other water deck is used. 3 Iridas, which are your search for water Pokemon and an item card. Reveal them, put them in your hand. So I guess it's like Arven, but but with a Pokemon and an item instead of a tool and an item. 2 Lake Equity, 2 Escape Ropes, and a Clara. And that's all with the, those are actually, it's interesting because these are all Scarlet Violet plus, except, these are Astral Radiance, Iridas. Lake Equity is Lost Origin, but the Escape Rope and Clara would need. I guess those are the only ones. That's much better than the Meowscarada deck. Less of those would need taken out to be viable. So that's interesting, I guess. Slightly reorder these by. Wait, the energies are already on the bottom, so I'll just keep it out as. All right, that's that. Get that out of the way. Now we have another deck that we can use. Again, if we want to have a wider family tournament, I don't know. I don't think any of the other kids. My niece is the oldest of them that would play. And then, actually, I think both my nieces are the oldest. So it'd be them, and then it'd be waiting for a couple of my cousins' boys to grow up. They would be the next ones. So then there'd be more than just my two nephews, especially because there's another boy. I guess there isn't more than that, just one more. Need more. Need more kids around here, at least. There are more, they're just not around here close enough. So that's that. Let's get into our main event then, which I've been pretty excited for, to be honest. Opening more Scarlet Violet 151. I think this is going to be a running thing. Every time I know Scarlet Violet 151 is coming, I'm going to be super excited. We're going to eventually have the premium collection ourselves, which gives that Mew game mat. And of course, we'll have the ETB at some point. Probably not much more than that, but oh, and then of course the Alakazam as well. Did I say, is that what I put in the, that is what I put in the description. I'll have to change that, but yeah, Zapdos obviously is what I meant. The Alakazam might have 5 packs now that I think about it. Oh, you know what? I meant to do one other thing here. I thought about this. I wonder if I can open this side very nicely with a knife. Just kind of by, the question would be if it could actually go through the glue. The answer is no. It doesn't seem to do too well, so never mind that. That's all right. Just trying to make it a cleaner open. But I do, as always, keep the promo cards and the jumbo card in the box, at least for now. The promos will probably eventually end up somewhere else, maybe. We shall see, because there will be soon more space that I can use to store things, which will probably end up being used for boxes like this. I can have a place for all the ETBs and cool stuff that I have, like back here, will stay there. Decks will probably stay back there where they are. Boom. And then I'll have tins and stuff all over on the shelf where a bunch of boxes and tins are currently. And I'll have all the boxes somewhere else. Not necessarily on display, but they could be. Maybe I'll have a couple out to rotate. But that's cool. Gotta love Zapdos. Gotta love Electabuzz. I do, at least. Don't gotta love my camera's quality. All right. Code card is not showing this time. Let's yank that guy out, and then, whoop, whoa. Knocking some of my favorite cards over while we're doing it. Luckily, they are safe and protected from mayhem like me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. Probably not enough words to copyright, right? Okay, there's that. There's that. Sydney's over there doing her nails because she has to wait because she's ready for supper. She's been ready since, of course, about noon as always. There we go. Another empty-ish box for our display purposes. And 4, I can't count at all. Scarlet Violet 151 packs. Here we go. Like, comment, subscribe. I have a feeling we'll get at least one thing that's at least decent. It might not be amazing, but at least something decent. 4 packs, 2 code cards for you, 2 code cards for me. And as always, we're dealing with 2 reverse holo now with Scarlet Violet, dealing with 2 reverse holos and a holo rare every time, at least. Rolleth, and of course, we're Scarlet Violet 151. We're getting all Kanto Pokemon, baby. Geodude, Jigglypuff. And we let's see. Okay, that's actually a little better, I think, maybe without that one on. Turn that. Oh, okay, there we go. Turn that down 1 notch. And then we got number 4 common. Then we'll have 3 uncommon. There's Staryu for us. Most of these we'll definitely have a bunch of bulk of the common and uncommons, even the rares, because I think, again, there's not that many Pokemon, so not that many cards to get of these in these sets. So the rare ones are going to be, I guess they didn't make all that many of them then. Dugong, number 1 uncommon. Number 2 is going to be Hitmonchan. And number 3, a Seeking. All right, all right. First, reverse holo. Omastar. Cool art, I think, on that one. That is a rare, so that's nice as well. Then we got a Doduo. For some reason, maybe I'm wrong, but pretty sure there's a Doduo. Maybe it's the Dodrio that's actually not terribly priced. And our rare, a Ditto. All right, all right. I don't know if I have that. Maybe I do. I probably do. All right, though, cool. Got our regular grass energy. Oh, yeah, and never mind. I'll keep that code card. You can have number 2 in the last one. All right. 1 pack down, and again, even if we don't get something good, I can't be too mad because we've gotten some really nice hits. Really throughout, it was, I guess, just that first month as we were ramping up. We didn't really open anything too crazy. We had some, and we did have some good stuff from the first month anyway. Vaporeon V, of course. What else up here? Nothing, maybe. Oh, yeah, the also from Evolving Skies, the full face guard Secret. That was it from first. We had all the other ones were like promos, really, that were good. The Umbreon V promo, the Blastoise and Venusaur Vs. And some of them at the beginning, that top 10 is going to be coming out, so you can watch. That's only like 4.5 minutes or something, so it's under 5 minutes. Nice short video montage of a top 10 of our first month, and then I'll be able to work now quickly, hopefully, on the top 10 of month 2, which is more interesting, and will get more interesting as we go, I think. And I'll also be able to do like a full collection montage at some point. I don't know, maybe I'll do that every 6 months or something. Horsey, Abra, gotta love Abra, Diglett, and a Drowsy. Then we got Dragonair. It's a nice Dragonair. Gotta love Dragonair. Number 2 uncommon of 3, Seadra. To go with that Horsey we got. And a Kabuto. Nice. I don't know if I have that. Gonna need I think we need a Dome Fossil still. First reverse holo. Ooh. I have a reverse holo Dragonair, and I believe that it actually made the list. It's not a top 10 or anything, but it made the list of cards, meaning it's over 50 cents. But I think it was pushing $1. if I'm not mistaken. Cool card, awesome card. Reverse Holo just makes it that much better, obviously. Oh yeah, I also think I may have made a future list, potential list of when I will be streaming on which days different trading card games as we ramp up in different things other than just Pokemon, which is the only one we do actually, you know, consistently like this every week, twice a week. I'm sorry, I have to check. I gotta know. I'm pretty sure that was last month. Well, whatever, month 3. We're in month 5, I suppose. So, but it was the one time. I think we only opened one other 151 thing. $1.29, I believe, is what I have it clocked at last I looked. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Second reverse holo. A Scyther! Also a super cool one because, I mean, most of these Pokemon are family favorites. Household names. Scyther, Dragonair. Another Omastar for our rare regular version. I'm pretty sure I have at least one of the regular versions. So there's that, and a regular lightning energy. Oh yeah, and of course your code card there, friend. As always, in the comments, let me know if you get anything cool from the code cards. I've let you guys know when I get something cool. Well, actually, usually not just when I get something cool. I was calling them TCG trolls, TCG live trolls, because I got that really good Charizard EX. But then, right after I posted that being trolled by getting the good Charizard EX, I pulled the even better Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. So, yeah. But then one of them, I think the first one I posted was just in the community tab with pictures, was Mew. Secret Mew. Man, that would be. We got 2 packs left. Maybe it'll happen. We could get the even just the regular full art Mew. That would be amazing. Pretty sure there has to be one. It's Scarlet Violet 151. No, I don't think there's any Mew in there. Shelter, Bellsprout, but we wouldn't be so lucky as to get like one of our favorites like that. Could we be? Could we? Horsey, Nidoran male, and Giovanni's Charisma. Oh wait, that's the first. I keep forgetting to do that. That's the first uncommon. What does that do? I don't know if I have this. Put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. If you do, attach an energy card from your hand to your active Pokemon. Hey, I like that. Of course, it's a supporter, so you need to figure out when you want to use that supporter. Parasect, and thirdly, a Cloyster, which I may not have yet. Our reverse holo number 1. A Zubat. I kind of like that art. It's kind of cool art. Number 2. Leftovers. Hey, that might be decent. I think that's decent. I don't know if I have this card at all, so that's also nice. At the end of your turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, heal 20 damage from it. And the rare. No hits yet, unfortunately. Another of the regular holo rare Aerodactyls. Definitely know I have one of those. And another regular lightning energy. Got to keep watching because I had a couple in the booster bundle I opened. We had a couple holo energies, so that's why I keep making a note of that being a regular one. Last pack, maybe we save the best for last. Ditto Omastar Aerodactyl. We also got the reverse holo Omastar, and the leftovers again is probably one of the best, maybe one of the best. I think people use that. Wait a sec. There we go. The Zubat, probably not. Scyther and the Dragonair again. Dragonair was good. Those are both uncommons. And with the Ditto, we had the Omastar and the Doduo. And finally, the last. Start off with an Eevee. Okay, all right. That's something. Maybe that's something. Thanks for hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe. All right. One more chance. Hey, the Dome Fossil. We needed the Dome Fossil. We got that at least, if nothing else. All right. Weedle. And fourth common, the regular Zubat. First uncommon, another Seadra, another Kabuto, and a Gloom. All right, this is it. Moment of truth. A Kakuna. Great. Go with our Weedle. I think I already have one reverse holo Kakuna. A Venonat, and oh man, one card left. It's just the holo rare left. Articuno. Okay, well, Articuno's cool, I suppose. And a regular water energy. Not the greatest, but hey, it's a little unfortunate for our Friday stream, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as my elementary school art teacher would say. You know what? And this is what I meant to do. Now they're sitting here, so I know and I remember. Take that one too. That's a Twilight Masquerade sucker there. One I've shown in the past, but I know it's still available because I check them. And these are the only ones that are left, in fact, which I like to see. It means that people are now watching the videos or streams and taking advantage of all those code cards. So nice. Thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you're watching more than just to take my code cards. But if that is the only reason you're watching, then I guess thanks for watching anyway. At least like and subscribe and leave some comments every now and then. Yeah, so you can see in the back there, Sydney's still doing her nails. You can see in the back, not that, she's over on the other side, all the running top 10 that we have. Not quite the top 10 we currently have, but we're getting there. You can see all the things we have for sale. Let me, before I flip screens here, I don't think I'm going to check out any values for these cards because they're just, there's nothing that great. Alakazam EX. Paldean Fates. I enjoy Paldean Fates as well, myself. In my opinion, two really good special collections in a row there. These are good rare and reverse holo rare and reverse holo rare cards we have on TCGPlayer. They're all, you know, as near mint as you get. They are also all between Brilliant Stars and Crown Zenith, usable Crown Zenith. Got the, regular holo of Boss's Orders and Beaverl there, and the reverse holos of each. Also, as I mentioned in the first of our Quartermasters vlog episodes yesterday, I can't remember what I was going to say about it. Yep, lost it. These are other ones, though, that I could potentially put up if anyone is interested in these. Also, some of the cards, I'm not going to show the rest. They're in a binder right now, so I'm not going to show the binder, but we'll just look at them online. the ones that are posted. These are not yet, but if any of these catch your attention, again, same time span, usable Crown Zenith, and then Brilliant Stars to Silver Tempest. So everything's usable, basically. There's Rating Greninja. Yeah, some nice full arts and stuff, a lot of different V's, V Maxes, all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I have a couple spots. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that catches your eye if you're not going to immediately purchase it on TCGPlayer. I am, because I only have 100 spots right now to use. I'm going to probably rotate some of the lower priced ones out now that I have everything kind of posted. It'd be nice if I could figure out a way to like pause some of the posts and keep them on, but then like post other things, and kind of so then I don't actually have to remove the post completely. But if I have to, then so be it. So if anything, if you do see anything and you're not going to purchase it, let me know so I don't take it off, because I probably will end up doing that maybe this weekend. Here is the shop best match. Let's go low to high. We got a Tauros, which is reverse holo there. Charmander, Pokemon Go. Got some Gardenia's Vigors, 4 of those. Landorus, that's a regular holo rare. Silenes, couple Silenes, I think, couple Energy Lottos. Maybe a couple Wartortles. 4, I believe, Gape Jaw Bogs. 2, I believe, Trekking Shoes. This Hisuian Bravery, yeah, just maybe one, probably one of those. 1 Charmeleon Pokemon Go, Cleaver, Astral Radiance there. 1 Pikachu from Go, I believe, just 1, maybe 2, but I think just 1. 1 Mewtwo from Brilliant Stars. Roxanne, just 1 of those. Professor's Research, which is a deck exclusive, so it's a non-holo rare, like I was mentioning when we were opening the Quaquaval. We got the rare, I believe, holo Snorlax, and Milotic is, I believe, just a regular rare. You would have seen, if any of these are holo ones, you just saw me show them. If they're not holo ones, they're in the binder. Hisuian Samurott, another deck exclusive, unholo rare. Same with the, no, never mind, Registeel's a regular, unholo rare, but regular Astral Radiance collection. Silver Tempest, Curly has 2 of those, I believe. The Crown Zenith Bidoof with the Carefree Countenance. 4 Dark Patches. I do have more than some of these. Actually, I think it's only a couple extra Gardenia's Vigors and something else we saw. Gape Jaw Bogs, maybe. Perhaps. It was something that wasn't great, but I was thinking about posting them because those were the only ones that I had more than 4 of. I was keeping only up to 4, but might as well post them if there's only a few. Hisuian Lilligant. That is a reverse holo, if I'm not mistaken. Again, you would have seen that then. Some Raltzes, I do have those. I don't know why. Oh, I have more. I have a bunch more of these Raltzes. That would be the one that I didn't post. Canceling Cologne is the other one I have more of. Chandelure, holo rare, Lost Origin. Gift Energy, Magnazones, deck exclusive rares again there. On holos, unholo Absol from the decks. Terrakion, holo rare from Silver Tempest. A couple, I believe, 2 Hisuian Heavy Balls. Holo Articuno from Silver Tempest. Speaking of Articunos. Beep bop. Yeah. Capturing Aromas, a few of those, I believe. Adamant from deck exclusives there. On holo rare. Holo Rapidash. Silver Tempest. A couple of Temples of Sinnoh. Reverse holo rare Bead from Crown Zenith. Pretty sure he's a reverse holo. Let's check that for sure. You would have, again, you saw that if you were watching what I was going through. Yeah. Reverse holo, basically the same price. Yeah, most of mine are about market price. Some of them are a little lower. Some might be a tad higher. Again, think of any extra cents you're spending as a donation to the channel to see us, help us grow, see us do more things in the future. Absol holo rare from Lost Origin, Comfy rare Lost Origin again. Brilliant Stars, you saw the Voss's orders. We got Pokestops, we got a few of those, got a few Switch carts. Got the Blastoise from Pokemon Go. Snorlax, saw both of those. Saw obviously the Alakazam EX, which is a little higher than people are posting, but as you can see, the market price is up higher than I posted. Again, this is one you can go back. I think it was episode 51 or 52. It was one we just did recently. The last Paldean Fates Iron Treads EX 10 is where we pulled this one from. This is the only one from my own collection that's posted here. You can see it had just like this ridiculous drop, so that's the only reason it's so low right now. It's definitely going to climb up over the 150 I have it for right now. So again, just buy a bunch of the cards, just buy them all, and then the shipping, the 122 shipping won't mean as much, which is actually, I believe, changing to 127. I can't help that. That's on the TCG player, and I actually had my shipping at 99 cents. Sorry if my stream feed is really, really poor right now. I don't know what is happening. I just noticed them in the red. I may have been down here for a while. I hope not. Let's see how we're... Oh, man. I hope that's not doing... I hope that's not causing too much of a problem for the opening. I can see that it is right now currently, but hopefully the opening didn't go so badly. Not that we really got anything that good, though. Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully it's better for the VOD. But I have my doubts. Not really sure how I can fix that. Other than, I guess, just stopping. Suppose this is what happens sometimes on hot days or something. Maybe I had the computer running too long. Just gotta kind of give it a moment here. See if it will fix itself. Again, it's not like we're doing anything too important now anyway. The last stuff we have, other than that, the B barrel, which again, we have the hollow and reverse hollow of. Got our Lorcana decks. Just one of the Rise of the Floodborn. Two copies of those. We got 3 of the 101 Dalmatians and Peter Pan decks. And we have 1 of the Moana and Scrooge McDuck. We got 2 Spark of Rebellion Star Wars Unlimited boosters left. We got 1 Origin Form Palkia you can see back there. Can't see the boosters, are behind the Lorcana right over here. Boop. And then we have the Quickball tin sitting over on the side that I moved. And the 2-player starter Spark of Rebellion Star Wars Unlimited set. And go back in my videos and watch me open. Oh, and of course we have 3 of the Build and Battle Temporal Forces boxes, which is pretty good price. I'm pretty sure here. Let's leave our shop real fast. Check that out. Maybe this is, I don't know. Yeah, this is usually not so bad. I don't know why. Oh, okay, now we're back. Now we're back to good. So I don't know what the problem was there. It's annoying. So it was 16 down to 14. I guess it's dropping a little bit, but thought I was still up here on the price somewhere. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm only on the second page. That's not bad. So anyway, yeah, if whoever is my second purchase, whoever is the next person to buy something from me, is going to boost me to level 2 seller on TCGPlayer, and my stock will increase. My maximum stock will increase from 100 to 500, which is a huge boost. So that's great. That would be good. Then I wouldn't have to be so picky about which cards I put on. Also, if you buy something, I have some cool Professor Willow Professor's Research cards there to give away. That's mine, so don't worry about trying to put that code in. It won't work, but that's what it looks like. It works like any other Professor's Research. I have 49 more of them ready to go, still in their packaging in this cool box here. which I'm kind of waiting to use. So hopefully I get a quick 49 or so sales and get rid of all these so I can use this box for other things, guys. So start buying some stuff. And I'll give you one of those. Put in the comments Precious Blood, because it's the month of the Precious Blood of Jesus, of this month of July here. So that is our code for July, or something, you know, similar. If you get it wrong, then if it's an honest mistake, then it's okay. If you're trolling me, then I'm probably not going to give you something. Don't troll. It's not fun. But yeah, we got a decent amount. We have 94 things on here, so we're pretty much at maximum. But like I said, the reason I showed you all those other V and V Max and the full arts was because I have 6 more spots, 5 more spots, something like that. So if any of those catch your attention and you want one of those to add to the other stuff I have, feel free to let me know. It's not like these are prices as you're not going to find normally on TCGPlayer, prices to buy and resell. These would obviously just be prices for somebody either looking to finish off their own collections, or looking to just maybe get a couple extras of some cards, just looking to help out the channel perhaps. Maybe they're building a deck or completely new and just want some cards because they're completely new. In fact, I'm really looking into getting some cheap bulk, but like not really terrible bulk. My worry is that someone's going to give me just the worst type of bulk ever. Just like a bunch of duplicates of terrible cards or something. But if I can find some good bulk of like, not just, I'm going to continue to look for Pokemon, but I think I'm going to look for some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd like to get like an old collection of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards back up and running like I used to have. There's some prospects. I'm using like local searches and stuff, and it may end up being the way to go, as is what I'm seeing. I don't know how much bulk purchasing I'll do, but also with even like sealed products and just like from clearance sales and stuff from more local places that are easier to get those deals at. I'm thinking about trying to. I'm learning to see if I can use that as a way to flip some products. There's other ways, but if that's an even easier way, that's the way it will go. But of course, buying singles as we go, especially once we hit level 3 and 4 seller on here, probably be buying and selling a bunch of singles straight through TCGPlayer as we see stuff go low. Buy it then and wait for it to go high, I guess. And also just buy them for ourselves too. Once we're at the point where we're just flipping so many cards that we'll, you know, it's like, oh, we'll just keep these 50 back for ourselves real fast and finish off a collection here or there. Because of course we still need most of our Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, and obviously Scarlet Violet since it's still coming out, but we need everything. Sword and Shield's starting to look good. I guess, you know, maybe we'll wait until I'll have to figure out a good time to start doing it, but for like showing the collection off. Maybe sometime we'll do it, I don't know. Maybe it'll have to be I don't know if I'll do it every month, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months, something like 6 months seems like it's too long. Maybe every 2 months I'll show off the collection. So maybe we'll do it for after the 6 month, or maybe after we open the ETB for our 6 month time, which will be the Shrouded Fable one. Then that's when we'll start showing the collection every 2 months. That might work. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the plan. So yeah, then the plan, of course, is, like I said, for the basically the entire 6th month, for Tuesday streams, the early and shorter streams, we're just going to be going through that big heavy hitters collection, Lucario V and Tyranitar V. So it's going to be opening a bunch of late Sword and Shield, still playable Sword and Shield stuff, like all of the stuff I'm selling, basically. That's the kind of stuff we'll be opening. Some potential for some cool stuff like Lost Origin, Giratina. I think there's a Charizard in there somewhere too. Some nice cards. So there's that. There's our ETB coming up, of course, next week. And then we got tournament results and prizes for next stream on either Monday or Tuesday, because like I said, I do have it planned out now. I think as we get along here, it'll probably be a bit, but I am thinking about doing at least one more stream a week, and it's probably going to be, if I do Wednesday, I'm going to try to do Quartermaster stream, or maybe also get into doing what I'm going to call probably like the Foundry blog, Temple Foundry blog, which is going to be where I talk about my own games. Oh yeah, I wanted to even mention, I'm probably not, maybe I'll even throw them up real quick here. Let me just get that prepared real fast on screen. You can check that out for a moment. But I have here, somewhere here, I have many different games that I'm making. And I just realized that there is actually something that I can show right now. One of my big things is I would like some art, some decent art. You know, the thing about these games is all of them leave something to be desired, because they're all woke in some sense. And I wish that there wasn't something like that. And I wished it so hard that I just started doing it myself a while back, making stories, games, all sorts of different things, for the purpose of having wholesome stories and games. Stories, again, games probably almost for the first time ever. There used to be a thing where like virtue and good stuff was upheld as it should be in stories, but it's just so few and far between. In the times where it does happen, it's immediately contradicted by bad stuff, which happens a lot in animes, even the ones I love. It's one of the big reasons I'm not doing One Piece TCG on stream. But that being said, one of the things I actually have several trading card games. A few, I think is the right word to use. 3. I believe I have 3. But one of them is like the granddaddy of them all. One of them is also there's another one that's semi new, and it could end up being something really cool. But this is the more traditional. This is one I've actually been working on for a bit. Looking for it here, the information that I need for you guys. I have a lot of games and stories, I guess you could say, under the umbrella of what I call fantasy realms. And so many games that are under that title, including this card game, Fantasy Realms, the trading card game. I have a lot. There's like 10 games or something I have right now, or maybe not quite that many, but getting close perhaps to that. Wait, here we go. Let's count here. 9, yeah, 9, maybe 10. Yeah, over 10, counting the trading card game and the TTRPGs. RPGs, what I don't know, probably just a singular with many different campaigns. So let's see. I don't know if I have any pictures. What I'm trying to find are the pictures of some things that I would like. Let's start like with something easy. This is also what I was kind of thinking about, getting bulk of stuff, like bulk Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are like commons and uncommons and stuff. It's like, it's maybe not even the worst way to get kids into the game. I was also thinking the same about Pokemon cards. I'm gonna have to go back through my nephew's cards and just give them some of the most basic things. That's what's nice about the battle decks, the $10 ones. They have the different, like level 1, $10, level 2, which is what we opened today, the $20, and then like this Palkia V-Star here, the League Battle deck is the level 3, $30. They're different levels, they're built differently, and the $10 ones are just super simple. We could easily make super simple deck, even more simple than those are, by using Pokemon that are simple to use, and just like a couple evolutions, maybe throw in 1 holo rare, maybe 2, and not even worry yet about like Pokemon Vs or anything like that. Just let them deal with simple stuff, simple rolls on the cards, things like that, and just let them start with that. But that was the thing with like Yu-Gi-Oh! it just always made me laugh why there were so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards that just were so useless. Their attack and defense are just like both of them so low that you would never want to ever even have them in your deck ever. Like so many cards that are that way. But if you think about it, really, those could be like the best cards to start. Really, like like I don't know, probably 7, 8, maybe 9-year-olds. That would be so easy to do. Then you're dealing with like maybe up to like 1,000 life points or something, or 1,000 attack and defense. Hey, what's up, Lewis Edits? How's it going? Yeah, I do have. So I don't really have a great way to show this. Maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. Okay. Do this. Might not be able to see for a moment. And we'll bring TCGPlayer back up as a background for now. All right. Okay. And then go over to, okay, so I have a bunch of AI generated art because I can't draw or anything like that. So I did that in the hopes that I could use some of the pictures as prototypes for like super early alpha testing. Where are these? Oh, here they. Okay. And then also they could maybe be used as templates for people who actually do know how to draw. And they could all be used as loosely or as strictly as the artist would like. I only have slight parameters really as to what I'm looking for in them. Okay, let's do this. This is good. Okay, so I have them here. We'll open this up and drag this sucker down to the. Okay, so again, these are AI generated, just so you know. Don't try like making bank or anything off of them because you don't think that's a thing you can do. I certainly wouldn't because they're not like they're really good AI generated art. But what it is pictures of about what I'm trying to kind of go for with these cards. So firstly, what I need, and I guess we'll just do I don't know. I was gonna do these, but I think you know what? Maybe let's stick with beasts instead because the humans are hard. There's different types of units. Again, this is called Fantasy Age, Fantasy Age trading card game. Fantasy Age actually is Fantasy Age tactical card game, TCG tactical card game. I like to bring out more of the strategy rather than the trading of the cards, but we do want to have some really nice cards. We want to have the best looking cards. We want to have the best game that's not woke like everything else is, and then also the best looking art so it draws people in, and then also the best lore and backstory and all that kind of stuff too, along with having the best game. That's that's another part, of course. Yeah, but you know what? I think I'll just I think the order might work out for now. If I have to flip to a new one, I will. But right now, I'm looking for, let's just say, two different soldiers, human soldiers wearing blue armor. Those are some of the major parameters there. The cartoon fantasy is kind of what I'm going for. This specific look isn't exactly needed, you know, obviously, because that's just what the AI came up with that time to do. What am I looking for here? Oh my goodness. Losing my mind. There's something I was. What was it? All right, yeah. Oh yeah, I closed it. That's why I can't find it. That makes sense. I was looking for the card list, so I get the names right. But yeah, human. So human soldier. I'm looking for a human soldier, a young one, like this guy kind of is. The background doesn't necessarily have to be like with anybody in there, but you could throw more guys in there. Training, I'm looking for like a training grounds on like a maybe like a plains like background like that, or maybe a city-ish, but not too city-like. Maybe keep it more like a feudal-ish type of setting. Maybe a little more upgraded than that. Okay, sorry. Keep forgetting where this stuff is located. There, and then here, and then there, and then there. All right. And then, yeah, that's the first one we need. And we'll also need another human soldier to start off with. Not much. Here's a couple other. Sorry, won't go through so fast. They don't have to be that much. They can be a little closer up here. Obviously, we're going to have a couple different versions, and anything that comes out is much appreciated if anyone wants to donate their art and time to me to do this. That's much. I would rather go with maybe something more like, I kind of like where this is. I kind of like this art. This isn't so bad. This is. I'm not a huge fan of this one. This one's not so bad, but here we're getting maybe a little older. We still got kind of the trainee look, but that's not so bad. That kind of works, I suppose. That's kind of more regular young soldier like. So we want something, a young soldier that's kind of in soldier in training, something like that, like we saw back here, something like those. And then we want something like a young soldier here, maybe fresh out of training, if you will. Let's see, got a couple others here. I believe I can skip to real fast. They did two different takes. Actually, I guess it's just this very first one that's out of order because it's just because of the way it's marked. I don't know if there are any other ones here. Yeah. So there's just this other one that's kind of a trainee. I don't mind this one. That one's kind of a decent look there. Yeah, these aren't so. This is getting a little older there. I'd stick maybe with this one. That one's not too bad for a younger human soldier, I would say. So I guess we don't have too many here. Maybe a couple others here. Let me flip through. Don't really want the ones with too much facial hair or anything. That one's a little too simple, but if you're like really good at making some art like that, hey, go for it. I don't mind like the overall aesthetic of it. Maybe not so much the art. The face is a little too simple, but again, really all it needs is a little bit of an upgraded face, and it wouldn't be so bad. Again, and I didn't mention this, go for more like a blue leather type of armor, not quite, and maybe not like this, not the heavy armor, but more like a medium light sort of armor, I believe. You know, we're talking about just a trainee type of guy, soldier in training at first. This type of light armor is sort of what I'm looking for there. This type of armor is perfect too, or even for the slightly older young man soldier. So I think those two will work for the human soldiers to begin. Oh, sorry. Also, I don't mean to not look at my chat in case anyone has stuff to say, but I do have windows flipping like mad all over here. If I had 3 monitors, maybe this would be better. So those are good. That's good for the humans. How about some elves? We can use sort of the same thing as what we're going to be shooting for some elf characters. As I flip over here again, we're going for like the cartoon fantasy. Those are not. What in the world? Oh, that's because I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, that makes sense. Cartoon. All right. Now this is. Let me see if I have this right, because I keep getting this wrong. I think, yeah, we're gonna go with the humans are blue. Okay. The elves, while you're going to see pictures of elves in yellow, I think I'm going to go with green for the elves instead. So some green armor. Again, let me find a place to start here. These are not what I want. Oh, here we go. It's a little better. That's the start there. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. So here's about, actually this one's pretty decent, maybe a little too elegant, extravagant of armor there for him. We're going again for like, sorry, keep getting the wrong windows. Again, going for like a trainee soldier in training, not a fully fledged soldier yet. Elvish city-like background, but it can be definitely more forested than that. These elves are forest dwellers. Again, I can only tell you guys, of course, so much about it right now. I don't want to give away too many things, but this is actually the first of anything that we're showing of this. And this is kind of what we're going to be doing in the Foundry vodcasts if I ever do that. And I will probably do it as we get going in this, because this is what I'm actually kind of more interested in, making my own, getting something even better than what's out there. And again, not non-woke, because I'm tired of it. And like, if you try to go to a Pokemon tournament, you have to, probably walk the thin lines. If you go to the bigger regionals and stuff, because of how woke they are, you're not allowed to be a normal person. And for that reason, I would never go there. So, and that's too bad. So anyone who wants to be normal can't go to these places. So I wanted to try to make something that could rival these things and give good people a place that they can actually go to do these kind of things. So anywho, here is elf number 1. Elf in training, elf warrior soldier in training. That one, that armor is kind of a little better there. I like that. Even the art's maybe a little better. It doesn't have to be like, it keeps wanting to, the AI always wants to go toward like the anime style. It doesn't have to be anime style, but I am going for like more cartoon fantasy. Maybe a little old here, a tad older than I want for these guys. This one, he looks like he's more not in training anymore there. So maybe stick with these aren't too bad for templates, I would say. Again, you can go for more of a Western style cartoon. And also the biggest thing would be green armor. Brown and green, of course, it doesn't have to be all green. We want it to look nice, right? I like the kind of the color combos that they have going on here is pretty good. You can get that like cream-ish color would also go with the green too. That like tan, I guess you could just say tan. Instead of the cream, which is more like the yellowish, would match that more. And then we will also go, I think, with something more like this. So the young elf that's now like a scout almost, elf with the bow. This one would work as well. That one too, probably. That one's a little too old. You start getting the facial hair. I think we're going to be okay. I think it'll be okay with elves with facial hair. This one I think is going to be okay too for that. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. I gotta take my dog out to meet her mother. Come here. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. I won't be here much longer. I'm just going to show these off a little bit, and then just to give you guys something to whet your palate, I guess. And if there's any artists out there, something maybe to dabble with if you feel like it and you want to support the channel in a different way, in another different way. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for these ones. That one's a good one. I was going to say, yeah, again, the facial hair probably for older elves, I think we'll be okay with that. I'll think about that a little more before we get into that. But yeah, so those will be good for 2 elves, 2 young ones, one like in training, one that's just out of training. Again, it's very similar to the what we're going with the blue clad humans and then the yellow-clad, I'm sorry, blue-clad humans, and the green-clad elves. This is what I keep getting wrong. Then thirdly, we'll go into some dwarves. And these guys are going to be the yellow ones. You will see them in red, but I want them to be yellow. Might also, yeah, the AI, it's hilarious sometimes what they come up with. That is not suitable for this. Wow, the stream is extremely far behind, so I'm sorry about that. You're still looking at humans. This is just hilarious. He's not supposed to have, I don't know, I have no idea why. This is a little better. It's a little better. We want, again, we want yellow because dwarves in their gold. So also the mountain, we want more of the in the mountain background, you know, kind of like the Lord of the Rings dwarves living in the mountains, not really just on the mountains, but in the mountains. I'm back in. Come here. All right. Sydney's ready to eat, but she is just going to have to wait a little longer. This isn't so bad. Again, in the mountains, inside, within the mountain, carved out. A little too much facial hair there for a young dwarf. We're looking for a young dwarf. A little too old there, probably. Let me switch over again here and look. Yeah. Again, we're looking again. It's going to be the same pretty much for all four. There's going to be one more after this, after the dwarves. Pretty much looking for the same thing with all of them. Young one in training, older one fresh out of training, if you will. So I flip around my windows again. I kind of like the idea of the dwarf already having a little bit of stubble, at least a little bit of facial hair, something there. He looks like he's way too young. That one, he has a goofy hat on, but not to say that no dwarves in my fantasy age would wear a hat like that. But I think for the time being, we don't go with a hat like that for the picture. The armor I really like. I like that the style, the weight of it is pretty good. Maybe a little less of the heavy armor on the chain and stuff there for, especially if it's just the recruit dwarf in training. Again, the facial hair is not so bad, maybe a tad less, but the overall age seems about right. Then, of course, yeah, we're getting into another one, which will be just out of training. A young dwarf soldier, just a bit older, just out of training. This one, I don't really like this art. These weren't all combed through again after I got the ones I kind of thought were like good enough, at least past the test. I could have gone through this again and picked out a bunch that I probably wouldn't have liked anyway. So, and there would have been several. So bear that in mind. There are going to be a couple here. Here's another one, I guess. No, never mind. I don't really like that. That one's not too bad. Maybe he doesn't even necessarily need facial hair, but he could even use just like a tiny bit to make him look like he was a dwarf, I suppose. A little more like a dwarf. Maybe some more pointed ears. I don't think we will have no more. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, he looks like he's a tad too old even for number 2, even for the one that's supposed to be a little older. So we'll just keep it at those few that were toward the top there. Nah, maybe a little too old. This one's just like way out, just a whole different thing. So I don't know about that. This one's decent. This one's decent for the young man. That one again is kind of decent for the even younger one. And I could see this, someone maybe finagling that to be good for the younger one as well. Maybe even the older one, if you could make him like taller and look maybe a bit older and give him some weaponry, perhaps. So now he's just got pack. That's not enough. That's not going to cut it. These are all warriors that we're creating here, not just regular people, not civilians. And then finally we have giants. The giants are going to be the ones wearing the red. You will see now here they're in green, and they are also themselves green, but they're not supposed to be green. So keep that in mind. If you're going to make them. They themselves are not green. You can make them maybe with some more ashen colored skin or something like that, maybe a little more pale. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be brute-ish looking. Not quite like this, though. This is a little too much. Let's see if we got a... These should be the youngest looking ones that I have here. They should usually go in order. That was my goal. And just like the other ones, we're looking for, yeah, just pretty much the same thing. It doesn't quite, the way it's gonna fall in the game isn't gonna quite be the same. Just the color text, the names and things, they're gonna be make them sound slightly different, but it'll work to get something similar, younger one and then a one that's slightly older looking. So still a bit older than we probably want here with all these. Most of these. This one's not so bad. Maybe we can work with this one here. Again, one of them just regular colored. His armor, we want it to be very rugged looking, rough, rugged looking. They are like wasteland type dwellers. City, you know, bigger city-ish village type. They're like the very savage, like they're very much like an orc. You would think like an orc, but they're giants. Their skin again is like a regular-ish color at least. And most of these are pretty terrible. We do not want green skin. We don't want any of this kind of armor. Not yet, at least. Maybe in the future. We want some. This isn't so bad for armor, but maybe a little less metal. Or maybe a little less spikes, at least for now. Because again, he's supposed to be younger, more simple looking stuff on there. This is pretty decent maybe for the second guy. Maybe if he could even look a tad younger than that, that'd be okay. A whole lot of good ones here. Don't know if I have. That one's not, I mean, you could maybe even work with that one, make him look a little younger, perhaps. This one's not so bad. He's just ugly. But I think you could maybe like work with even that. I can think of probably a lot of it's just about how many wrinkles you put in. Again, just, you know, take it as you will. If there's one that just inspires you and you can make something that looks really cool and I love it, then it'll be the one. And I would love to be able to give people some kind of commission for it eventually. But for now, just think of them as donations and supporting the channel and some future awesome games. At some point, I would love to do some Kickstarters for them once I know that I can do that. My whole thing is the whole legal side of it. I don't want it to get my games to get stolen while I'm making them. And I'm just not sure how to go about all that. I don't know how it all works. So I'm working with that right now. I think that's about all for the giants, which is what we want. We don't want these orky looking troll orc things, Shrek looking things. We want giants. Let me see if there is another. There is not another page here of good ones. We have different art styles, but right now I think I just want to stick with the cartoon fantasy look like that. The more simple-ish cartoon fantasy, something that like kind of younger kids can still play, right? It's okay if the giants look a tad scary, but we do want this. This is another big stipulation. This is going to be something that's wholesome. Doesn't mean it's not going to be about war and there's going to be insinuations of violence in there, but it's going to be wholesome in the sense that there's we're not dealing with any suggestive themes of any sort. Let's just put it that way. We're dealing with men on a battlefield. Let's put it that way. So keep all that in mind, and then also keep in mind that the art style, while I would like to get some arts later that are more adult oriented, and just so you know what I mean, let me show you one. I'll just show you one so you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not talking about something explicit or anything close to that at all. I just mean something that might be a little scarier. One of the characters, one of the types of characters or units you can say that we will have is a troll, an actual troll. And I would like, oh man, I don't want to give too much. In this sense, I don't want to give too much away, in the sense that I want to save some of this because I think it's cool and I want to show you it a little later. I'm not worried about it being stolen because it's nothing to actually steal. But okay, let's show this. So I would just say like this could be like a little scarier if you would have this kind of troll on a card. So that would be like, okay, a kid might, a 7-year-old, 8-year-old might be like, that might be too much for some of them, not all of them, obviously, but that's what I mean. Let's stick to the normal cartoon fantasy for now instead of that, and we'll see where we go from there. And I really don't know why my stream is so far off, but I hate when it does that because it makes me worry that it's not gonna actually finish the video off, and it's gonna cut off like the last 10 minutes that I did or something. Finally, though, let's just go to the more bestial units, and we'll do a few of these. I would like to have, if we can, you know, let's get all of these in. That'd be cool. And get some pictures for all of these different types. Starting with, this is a weird play, but this is weird. Okay, I just did it in an odd way. Okay, the first creature type we have here. Why in the world? Oh, because that's the full list. All right. Is the sprite. So think of it like a little magical. You know, I know now you're thinking magic, pagan stuff, pagan nonsense. Not quite. We can talk about that in the future sometime. But here is. I have a couple that are decent. I'm looking for something that's just a goofy little floating orb, magical orb looking thing like this. For our sprite card, the magical sprite. Got a couple others here. A little too ghosty probably, but again, you can work with these for sure. I'm sure you can. You artists out there are you do things that are beyond my comprehension. So I would never doubt that you can work with basically any of these to make something really cool. That one's kind of awesome. I kind of like how that one is, but I also do like the more orb-like. This one's a little nice and simple there. I can see that, you know, winning some hearts. Again, we're going to have, just like everyone else, we're going to have alternate versions. And the way that this game will probably work, we'll probably end up doing remakes of the same exact card, right? So like we'll make another sprite card with all the same info, and it'll have just a completely different art, and it might be made a couple years in the future from the first sprite card, which will be one of the first cards because it's you know, it's one of those ones like in Yu-Gi-Oh! I was just talking about that no one would ever play in their deck, but you need them because they're like the staple of the early game, the very early start of not the early game like in a match, but the early game of the thing itself. So I kind of like this. I'm more interested in like a circular thing, maybe not with so many frills coming off like that. This is kind of cool. I don't know about all the sparkly stars, but yeah, I do. Something about that seems kind of interesting. I don't want it to be too much flame-like, though. That's why I'm saying orb-like. And the bluish tint is kind of what I was going for. You can make it a little more greenish. Stick toward blue, I would say. But you can venture into like a CN, maybe. Other than that, I think that's all pretty decent. And then let's look at next. I'm going to flip out. I'm just going to keep this page up for a moment here. The next one we'll look at will be the wolves. Let's check those out. Here's a couple here. Go for something smallish, something simple, something small, not too crazy. I won't show any that are too crazy. So stick to somewhat what we're seeing here. A brown color probably in the forest. I like that. Doesn't have to look all too menacing. Can be kind of pup-like, but not like a little pup. I want something that's a little older. I kind of like that. Maybe a little less snarly. This one is, if you could make that one look a tad older, it's actually pretty decent where it's at. Again, maybe I'll show also then this one too. Not too bad. You can make that look maybe a little younger, I'm sure. This one's funny with his hand, like his fist clenched in the air, because you know that's what wolves do. Probably a little too old there, so maybe just stick with those other ones. That one is also probably a little too old, so I would stick with those, only those first two I showed. Maybe some kind of mixture of those would be decent. And after that, let's check out the elemental, the magical elemental. So similar then obviously to the sprite. Never mind. Here's some more sprites real quick, because I didn't realize that I actually named these, and that's why they're in a different spot. Oh, you know what? I just found some other wolves here that might be not too bad. So, okay. So here's another sprite that's very simple. I kind of dig the simplicity of this one. And this one. There's just those two. So those aren't too, both of those are actually kind of decent. If it was an art that was going to be kind of simple like that, I would like to do a line of them and maybe not do them first, but they would definitely be on my list of something to try to do in the future. I really like that kind of look. Then let's check out there's a couple different places for all these. I don't think this one, that's a little too old there. So let's just stick with these here. This one needs some work on the legs because AI reasons. AI is just silly. But it also, the claws should be the same amount on each. But that one's not so bad. This one's pretty good too here. I like that. Looks kind of youngish, not so little though. Not too old. A little fierce, but I guess it's okay. You can maybe tone that down a little bit. That one's pretty good there too. The skull in the tree back there, creepy. But yeah, that one's not so bad. This one is maybe a little old, and that's all we got there. So some more decent wolves there. And now elementals, which we are going to go with more of. I'm not sure about these first two here. They're maybe a little. That one definitely not. You know what? Actually, yeah. Maybe we could even work with like a small-ish and a big-ish. Not really sure about this one. They don't have to look so human-like. It's a little too human-like. This one's not so bad. This one's a little too human-like, I think. And then there are more here. Don't know about the mage-like looking thing here, but if it didn't have like the wizard's hat, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I don't mind the face. The face is cool. I kind of wouldn't mind thinking of the elemental as being like a bit bigger. That it's different than the sprite, but a bit bigger than it, and very similar. That you could almost see like the sprite itself being similar to the head of the elemental. So that's kind of why I think I like this one. That very circular looking head. Just take the hat off. You can maybe give it like a little flame hairdo or something. I like the red. You can make it either reddish orange, reddish pink is fine too. Either way will be okay. Keep it reddish though. Yeah, I like that one. This one, a little too human-like, I think. A little too small. I like this for like a smaller one. That one's a little too small too. Not so bad, I guess, actually, now that I think about it. I think something like this would maybe be better though for the small one. Again, maybe stay away from the like thing that looks like it's casting magic like a human would. I'm thinking of it being more like if it's going to cast any magic, it's a natural type of occurrence. So it's not wearing like sorcerer's robes, evil sorcerer's robes. But I don't like. I don't mind the overall shape and everything of the elemental there. That one's not so bad either, even with the extra maybe tone down the armor look that it has. But other than that, it's not so bad. Basically the exact same for this one. Take off the. I mean, it can have some kind of look to like it's wearing some kind of weird ethereal clothing, but I don't want it to just have like a literal wizard's robe on. But everything else is pretty good. Even the mask is I kind of find that interesting. I don't know if I would want the mask or not. I feel like I would need to have some explanation for that. And then this one's decent too. I guess that's kind of, I suppose, more so what I'm looking for. You can make it maybe look a tad more like this one, but with this one combined somehow. That makes sense. Not so. I don't know about the humanoid body. I think maybe stay away from doing that so much. You can maybe make it like a humanoid body that trickles off into like a ghosty type of body. I don't know. Whatever you're feeling, I suppose. I'll leave that one up to artists' interpretation, more or less. Let's just do a couple more. Yeah, let's do the. Yeah, 3 more. Let's do the boar now. Got to have the boar. Where's number 1? There we go. Only a few of these to check out. It's just a boar, so you don't really even need a picture. Just get something like maybe a charging boar like that in the forest. That's a goofy looking one. That one's not so bad. That's hilarious. That's it though. I guess, just stick with yeah. It's a boar running through the woods. Maybe a little angry looking. Doesn't really matter. Should be like not a real old looking boar like that or something, but like one that's kind of in his youth still. That's about it for a boar. So that's what we're going for with the boar. And not have any other ones. No, I don't. All right. And then after that, let's do the bear. And again, it's just a bear. Brown bear. Go for a brown boar, go for a brown bear. A little too much with these. Maybe stick with these guys here. Doesn't have to be a young one, but you can make them a little younger than these guys are. Make them more of, not a cub. We don't want a bear cub, but you can be like a young bear adolescent that's just out on his own or something, These do look like they're a tad older, but the overall image isn't so bad. Man, they really liked this look though. You can tell that there was a pattern they were going with. But yeah, those aren't so bad. So maybe something like that. Again, is just a brown bear, so you can go with basically anything your mind wants. Stick with the fantasy animated like this, cartoon fantasy sort of deal, and you're good to go. Finally, one more. Let's do one more magical creature to match our 3 beast creatures. And this is the golem. And he will be, I think for him, we're going to go for more of the straight up green, and you can even go for a green yellow. And yeah, I guess like a CN would be okay with him, for him too. Can go more the greenish on the green side than the blue side, which is where the sprite would be. But then again, he can also be more of like toward a yellow, maybe not so much gold like this. It's even more pushing like a yellow orange there. So, but yeah, something I guess along the lines of these guys. Maybe not like that one. Maybe not so much like that one, unless you want to do something a little smaller than that. Just a bit smaller. Again, there are reasons, there are methods to my madness. These are pretty good though. I like the overall design that the AI went for with these. So if you want to, again, try to not necessarily duplicate, but use one of those as a sort of template. I like the ancient ruins sort of background for him there. They're ancient cave ruins sort of deal. Sort of exuding magic from cracks in him. That was, I think, one of the things I put in. That's why they're all doing that. So go for something like that. He's glowing, of course. They're all glowing. All the magical ones are glowing. Yeah, this was the elemental, of course. These are the golems. Golem's a little more solid than the other two. But all right, I think that'll do it. This has been much long enough. That was long enough for its own stream. But that's okay. I did want to really do that. And we have, again, a bunch of stuff on TCGPlayer. Check that out. Be my second purchase. Bump me up to level 2 seller on TCGPlayer. Let me post 500 products instead of 100. Be that guy. Put Sacred Blood in the comments. Because it's July, the sacred heart, the month of the precious blood of Jesus, you get yourself a Professor Willow Professor's Research card. Yeah. Also get you some special research in Pokemon Go by getting that, which is where Professor Willow is from. Man, this thing is extremely far behind me. I am sad to say. I must have been because you know what? Yeah, it's probably because of all the lag we had. Now it's lagged behind like crazy. I'm just gonna like let it run or something, and I'll put on some music and just do that. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it, guys. I will see you probably sooner rather than later. I might even be back tomorrow for something fun. Who knows? If not, Monday or Tuesday for the Pokemon stream. Until then, this is Randy, Nerds Templar. Peace out. Like I said, though, I'm not going to stop the stream. I am going to turn off my camera. Yeah, turn off everything, actually. I'm going to turn on is there like a I'm going to put the desktop audio on in a moment, but for now, let's see. This Windows Media, does it have like one of those cool things that you can watch the fancy stuff? Like the picture motion screensaver looking things? We will find out in a moment. Because I'm going to put on some of my own music. This is from my story, which you should go check out, Beyond Lumina. You can go watch episode 1. It's in the videos, or listen to episode 1. And then in there, in the description to that video, you can find the playlist, which will take you to the other 10 videos because they're unlisted. The other 9 videos, 10 episodes total. And I'm going to be releasing those soon, more of those soon, and finishing the first story arc, the Book of Azek. For now, enjoy the music that I had created myself for that using, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an app or /game, whatever you want to call it, experience on VR. So it was really fun making the music. Here we go. Once I actually get it in here. All right. And then I'm going to put on for you to watch, I guess, just the Windows Media thing, if I can find it. If it has it. Let's see, how do you do that? Is it not a thing anymore to do that? You know what I'm talking about, right? Cast. Yeah, all right. Well, you're just going to get a blank screen then. How about this? There you go. Give it the Beyond Lumina colors. Hey. I guess that's all we can do. There. And as it says, thanks for watching, guys. I know the stream is just, it's over, but I just want to make sure that the VOD doesn't cut off weird. So that's the only reason we're still here. But as I wait, in case it's just gonna go, I will play this music for you. Enjoy. Now I am leaving. Again, watch Beyond Lumina, which is where this music's from. This is my music, so don't go stealing it. So you know. Peace out.